powerful player, so very popular now that she's back on the KLPGA Tour. There's a birdie putt at the 11th for Ina. It'll take her to 12 under par. Oh yes, she didn't think she had it, but in it goes for Yun Ina. Over this little slope for Jun Yi-sung. We saw that a lot throughout the course of the week. Players just giving a little too much respect to these greens. They look pure, but they're not the quickest we played on the KLPGA Tour. Suji respond to Ina's birdie. She too's picked up birdie at 10, so this for the birdie start to her inward half. Now just drifts wide. Three top 10s for Go Ji-Yoo this season. No top 5s, although she does have a listed top 5 at the match play. We're not going to count stroke play events. 7th, a couple of weeks back. Defense of her Mona Park Ladies Open title. Wonderful birdie. Go Ji-Yoo heads to the turn in 34 shots, 18 under par. She's going to lead by 2 with 9 holes to play, chasing a second tour title, and this one was just a pure roll. Never in doubt. On for 3 in a row on the backside. Oh dear. Chaeyoung get it to 16 under par as well. Yes, she can. So Ji-Yoo 18, Jun Yi-sung and Lee Chaeyoung 2, both at 16 under par. Yi-sung with just a little par putt to stay on that mark. Afford to let these slip for Jun Yi-sung. He's not going to. Good save there. So no bogeys amongst these three in the final group through 9 holes today. kidding, Bang Shin-sil. Side of her troubles yesterday. This 11th, then we had iron into the green. Found the thick stuff, did well to make bogey, but really ground her momentum to a halt. And, well, she's going to have a chance for a little bit of redemption. Birdie opportunity awaits Bang, as we're into the back nine on Championship Sunday here at the High1 Country Club. KLPGA 2 clear with Chun Yi-sung and Lee Chae-eun. Well, hasn't been the best of days for Jihan Seoul. A couple of early drop shots, but she's battling back nicely. It's a birdie look ahead at the 10th green. Well done, Jihan Seoul. Fighting hard as always. There's that slow start, but she's clawed it back to even par for her day with that 3 at the 10th.
플레이하겠습니다. 앞에 멈춰주세요. 앞에 이동하시는 분 멈춰주세요.
I think it's all even par for the week. She's already got the hard part of the equation done, finding the fairway. Now can attack with a wedge and maximum control.
카메라 버튼 미리 눌러주세요. 플레이하겠습니다.
Just gotta stay in the process, get lost in the process. 9 holes away for KLPGA. What can happen? It's not the most promising start, just straying into the rough. But again, like I mentioned, it is a pretty tiny target, this 10th fairway. Did miss a fairway on the back nine yesterday off the tee, Chun Yi-sung. She's not going to miss a fairway there. So the leader strays into the rough. The two closest pursuers nicely perched in the fairway. Sill up at 11. Just a little 4.5 footer for birdie. No. Ina just coming out of the right rough at 12 into that little front ball once again. That's very nicely judged.
많이 신경 안 써도 돼.
Jinsun. Birdie eluded her on 12, but she's given herself another lovely look here at the 13th. Just come back from all the way out there. We tried to, just didn't quite give it the pace.
소주할 것 같습니다.
So, can she apply some pressure here, Jenny Sun? She's got a slight downhill lie to deal with. Not her best there. So, Ina. Saw Hungin's son's putt a little bit earlier, just wiggle to the right as it lost some pace. Very much looking like a three-horse race right now between Jiu, Cheun-tu and Yi Sung. If there is a player, that's that 12 and 11 under par range. is explosive enough to mount a late birdie barrage. I think Ina needs to be a step in the right direction. 3 in a row to start her back 9. Holds its line. Ina on the charge. Back 9 Sunday.
이수진 화이팅!
Did not look like a good lie at all for your championship leader, which he's managed quite nicely there at 10. On the back 9 yesterday, Cheon was flagging her iron shots. Got to get it all the way to that back plateau today. Keep the pressure on. Stay there. Okay, it will. Solid shot. Shinsil up the hill, but coming out of that right rough into 12. Play for some release off that front slope. Okay, it's not terrible. These are the putts that have given players problems this week. Sort of putting up tiers. Slow greens as well, so really misjudged the pace back at 9. Did get away with a 2-putt. Chun Hee-sung. See if she can do a better job of pace management here at 10. It's a similar looking putt. It's a slightly better roll, but still just a little tentative with the speed. Can't afford to do that when you're the chaser. The rookie Lee Dong-eun led at the halfway stage. Disappointing round of 1 over par yesterday, but it did include a hole in 1. Under the card today with that try to break out of the group at 12 under. Now, Jiu has a sense of what this putt's going to do pace-wise, having watched Chun Hee-sung just before her. So it certainly will be slow as it makes its way up that rise. It just sort of tips downhill when you get on that plateau slightly. 2 putts the goal here. Let's do anything silly with a 2-shot lead. Go racing this one past. Wonderful speed control there. Excellent touch from Go Ji-yu. When you're in her position, you're just ticking off the holes. And the luxury of having people try to catch you. As long as you keep the mistakes off your scorecard, you hold the advantage. Up to 12 in Bang Shin Sil for birdie. Oh, well. Crazy old game, golf. Miss a little 4-footer for birdie at 11. Pour one in from about 25 feet at 12. An outside chance here for Lee Chae-eun too, to perhaps halve the deficit to Ko Ji-yu. Just a hint of movement off the right for Chae-eun. Should start to come back from there. Oh, just didn't hit it. It's endlessly frustrating as a golfer. Have a putt on line, just never have enough speed, so it's just going to be a par for Lee. Should move to number 1 on the Rookie of the Year points race after this week. Lee Dong-eun. He had a runner-up finish earlier this season at the next Sensate 9 Masters. Now Ina off the straight and narrow at 13, but she's got plenty of club-head speed to be able to chop through this tangly rough quite easily. It's just a case of guessing whether this ball's going to come out dead off the top of the club face or it's going to be a flyer. Unfortunately, this has come out slow.
저요? 저요? 저요?
Just misjudged that second shot into 13, Yoon Ina. Can't tell what that lie's like, but it's some pretty thick rough just short of this green. Just a little pop and run. Very nicely played from Ina. So layups in order for the final group at the 11th. Johnny Sung hasn't done a very good job of it. Should be playing a third shot out of that right-hand rough. Chi-un also looking to just nudge this to that second portion of the fairway. Just push her tee shot slightly, but no real trouble for Ko Ji-yu, being a par 5. Play it as a 3-shotter. Just skips through the fairway, unfortunately, but at least she's down that right side, so it does open up the angle towards that back left pin. Shin-Sil drawing a nice line, that right rough. It's a wedge from 104. First look of the day at the picturesque par 3 14th. Already seen 2 hole-in-ones this week. One from Lee Seung-yeon on Friday and from Lee Dong-eun yesterday. But no one's claimed that $10,000 Duxiana mattress up for grabs on this 14th yet. Imagine this is a 7-9 for Yoon Ina. Oh, all over it. A little unlucky that didn't grab quicker, but a fine tee shot nonetheless. So need to allow for a little release here to this back left pin. Head on the side of caution. Her best, and she's just going to have to find a way to give herself better birdie opportunities, because they very rarely come from 30 feet. There's Shin-Sil chipping up the hill on 13. Pretty much fire straight at the pin for Lee Chae-eun too. Soft greens this week at A1CC. As she did all throughout yesterday, just taking dead aim. Yu doesn't have to be overly bold with this. You can look to land this maybe 10, 15 feet short of the hole. If it releases on, great. If it doesn't, it's no harm done. That looked like a pretty thick lie. Had to give it a big gouge. Gets a nice forward kick. And it's been going her way ever since we hit the weekend stages of this year's High1 Resorts Ladies Open. Thinking clearly, getting some good breaks and hitting some excellent shots as well. Back up to Dong-eun for birdie at 13. String of pars to start her inward half. And that par run will continue. Jihan Sol has found the fairway at 12. This her second. Shinsil will save her par at 13. Second half of this putt going to be working downhill for Jun Yi-sung at the par 5 11. Much better pace there for Jun, with both Ji-yu and Chae-eun in pretty close for birdie. He's just in danger of getting lapped here, unable to create any sort of real chance for herself thus far this Sunday. Kim Soo-ji coming downhill and working from right to left for birdie at the par 3 14th. Oh, hello, hello, Kim Soo-ji. Autumn must be approaching quickly if she's starting to find some form. Good two there for Soo-ji. She's done so brilliantly since we hit the weekend stages of this 1 billion won championship. This hole out from right around this range, that 4 to 12 foot range. Ko Ji-yu has been magnificent. She's second in the birdie statistical category this week. This would add to that tally. Just a left edge putt, nothing more than that, you feel. This also just sends a message to Lee Chae-eun. It's going to take something special to catch me. To get to 19 under par. Moved a little more than she thought. A good try, though. The Ko Ji-yu fan club will still be buoyed by the fact she, temporarily anyway, enjoys a two-shot cushion with Jae-yoon's birdie putt to come. Now back to 14, and Yoon Ina for birdie. She's made another, and the roars grow louder for Yoon Ina, who still believes she can win this championship. It takes something mighty special, but she's given herself every opportunity. With some great golfing since she hit the turn. To get within one. She takes her opportunity. Game on. So draws within one with that birdie at 12, and Lee Chae-yeon 2 will lead us off at the par 4.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
Still leads, albeit by the slimmest of margins. Still swinging with great confidence and supreme control of a golf game right now, Go Ji-yu. GU's lead, as it was the beginning of the day, just the one shot, but it's Lee Chae-yeon 2, not Jeon Yi-sung, who is her closest pursuer. Jenny Sung needs to find another gear here. Pars will just not do the job at High1 CC. Oh, unlucky. Just bounces up onto that back step, and now she's going to have an awfully quick putt. A well-placed tee shot at the 13th for Jihan Sol. Slightly below her feet, which does promote a bit of left to right cut spin. Can you step up and throw another dart at this target, Cheun? It's not bad. This is a nice position for Gojiu. Middle of the fairway should just be a comfortable pitching wedge. Working off the slope. Okay, pretty good.
저요?
플레이할게요.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
So look at how much left to right break Jenny Sung's going to have to allow for here. Just need this to run out of steam at the top of that slope. Gravity will do the rest of the work for her. Oh, well, is that going to be the little jump start Jenny Sung needs? Only her second birdie of the day, but it moves her back within one. Must have been out of position with the tee. If Ina has elected to lay up at the par 5 15th, you have to make birdie the old-fashioned way. She is in some mood on this back nine, isn't she? Chance to get to 15 under. With all that going on around her, Gojiu still has looked to take a total to 19 under par. Burns the edge as she did at 11. Par's the best she can do. So maybe just a little less movement than the eye would have you believe from this angle on 12. Under borrowed for Lee Chae-eun too. A great chance to tie the lead, goes sliding by. The challengers are closing in around her, but Gojiu remains resolute, locked at the top of the leaderboard with 6 holes left to play this Sunday afternoon. With Jiu stuck in neutral, Ina's birdie barrage is just creeping her ever closer. This for a 5th birdie since she made the turn, and well, this would get her to within 3. The catching edges, they're dropping in. Yoon Ina's charge continues here on Sunday at the High1 CC. This group's fallen a little behind, so get the skates on. Just a 3-wood, trying to leave it at the flat portion of this fairway, bottom of the hill for Lee Chae-eun. Just done exactly that. hybrid club here, and well, straying off the fairway again. It's starting to just look a little loose off the tee for the championship leader.
저요?
Definitely advantage Lee Sung and Che Un coming out of the short stuff into this 13th green. She's got a gap wedge from 88 meters. That doesn't feel like enough club, but well, certainly maybe a bit of adrenaline there for Chun Yi-sung. Flew it all the way up past pin high.
풀렸습니다. 멈춰주세요.
To the red-hot Yun Ina, now at the tee on 16. Sight of Lee Seong-yeon's ace from Friday. It almost looks like she's got a slight downhill lie. Maybe that just could be the camera angle. She's going with the pitching wedge, has to take a little off it. Just caught in between clubs there, unfortunately, for Lee Chae-eun too. All depends on the lie in this left rough. For GU, it looks okay, but we saw Yun Ina in this very location a couple of groups ago. It's so easy to just have that club slide under the ball, bottom out a little early, catch it off the top, and it really goes nowhere. And you try and counteract that, put more weight on your left side, you end up squeezing, de-lofting the club, and it carries a good 10 yards further than you want to. That looked a little short and quick. No harm done, and that could actually catch the slope and keep funneling. It's all worked out for Gojiu at the 13th. She'll have the shortest of the 3 birdie putts. Now Bang Shin Sil at 15. Also had to lay up with her second. Back to what looks like 16. Let's look at the afternoon at Jo Hye Lim. Birdie opportunity here. And a birdie taken. Nicely hold for Jo. Yo-yo round of golf, back to even par. 3 birdies against 3 bogeys. It's got a similar feel to the putt that Junyi Sung hole of the previous screen. Not quite so severe of a downhill slope to negotiate, but still respect must be given. All 3 ladies with similar looks. Some downhill sliders that work from left to right. It'll be Lee Chae-eun 2 to putt first. I think this has got to start at least a foot outside left edge. Birdie for Lee. Well, this really would be something if Ina could find a 6th birdie of her back 9 at the 16th. It's got a chance. She just didn't hit it. Oh dear, short in the jaws for Yun Ina. Just on this angle, I think Jo Hye Lim's putt should be expected to break a little more than Lee Chae-eun 2's, just because she's a little bit further up the green, so she's got more of that slope to contend with. eagle putt for Lee Dong-eun at 15. Great pace there from Lee. Should secure a simple 2-putt birdie. Well, that would move her up into a share of 5th with Jihan Sol, who did birdie this 13th green earlier. We saw that lovely second shot in. Didn't see the putt, but I can confirm on my scoring terminal. Julie Sung, this is for birdie. It's obviously not for eagle on a par 4. Graphics department once again just having a bit of a situation this week. That's better. She's seen 2 players miss it left here. Make that 3. None of your final threesome. Decipher the riddle of the 13th green. Sill, downhill slider ahead at 14, at 15, excuse me. Never enough. So Ina with a par here. Even if she does somehow finish birdie, that's only going to hang 17 under par in the clubhouse, and given the holes that the final group still has to play, I just don't think that's going to be enough. But still a wonderful tournament for the returning Yoon Ina. Three more chances for someone to, I wouldn't say walk away, lie away on a brand new Duxiana mattress. The hole-in-one prize here at 14. Lee Sung with first crack to 6-iron from 154. That pitch very firm on a downslope. Bit unlucky, you have to say, that it's tumbled all the way through the back of the green.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
Touched up that makeup while waiting on this 14th tee, so see if That's assisted Lee Chae-yoon's golf game in any way.
자, 앞에 갤러리 분들 아직 선수 안 끝났습니다. 이동 좀 멈춰주세요.
Saw the strike.
자,
I heard the caddy telling
플레이하겠습니다.
people to put their phones away. Not quite sure where that ball's ended up for Lee Chae-yoon too.
저요?
The mystery solved of where Lee Chae-yoon's tee shot ended up. Like Chun Yi-sung just tumbled through the green, but the lie doesn't look all too bad here. Chae-yoon too. A referee's been called in. Not quite sure for what. Perhaps abnormal ground conditions for Chun Yi-sung. It certainly looks like a rather chewed up piece of turf that she's going to be playing from. Chae-yoon too will have a crack first. Pretty basic little chip shot here. It's a decent lie. Coming uphill as well, so can be a little bit more aggressive with this one. Just wandered into knee knocker range. fairway safely found for Yoon Ina at the par 4 17th. The target simple. Find a way to pick up another 2 birdies and watch and wait in the clubhouse. If something crazy can happen, and it can happen in golf. Already holed out once this week for Eagle. That's a solid shot. She's going to take a great amount of confidence from her solid performance this week. Good time to start finding some good form. Big events coming up. The next major on the KLPGA Tour, the Hanwha Classic at Jade Palace next month, where Kim Soo-ji defends in the Hana Financial Group Championship. And the High1 Championship at Blue Heron, the season-ending major here in South Korea. It looks like Chan Yi-sung did get relief. That putter's going to have to come through for her once more. Jihan Sol hit it 15. Gets to 14 under par. Great birdie there from Hansel. That slow start didn't dampen her spirits at all. 4 birdies since. Oh, we didn't see it, but clearly an excellent tee shot from Go Ji-yu to leave herself this birdie putt. So gently works downhill all the way. Minimal amount of break in it. It's an outside chance, but it's one of those putts, one of those kind of putts where you tend to hole more often than not when you're playing good golf, which it clearly is this week. Another great effort. It's just going to be another par. Mentioned it earlier, and at the risk of a jinx here, no one in this final group has dropped a shot yet today. Chan Yi-sung facing this 6-footer to keep that stat going at the par 3 14th. Really good up and down. Keeps Chan Yi-sung within 1. Still got to keep your concentration, even on these shortish putts. Right half for Lee Chae-eun too. Right, center cut, nicely hold. Last of the par 5s here at High1 CC, and the shortest at 454 meters, but it takes a very well placed and long tee shot if you want to entertain thoughts of reaching this green in 2. Fairway really does start to narrow in. You've got that trouble, that bush, that penalty area on the right, that creek that cuts through the middle of the fairway. Once you do safely negotiate your tee shot, you know, you have a decision to make. You want to lay out between these 3 bunkers here in the fairway and play this par 5 the conventional 3-shot way, or do you go for it in 2? If you do, best be warned, you leak it right, there's a cart path and plenty of trouble beyond. The pin today, well, in a fairly gettable section in the front right corner of the green. Unless memory betrays me, the only player to hit the screen in 2 in this final round was Lee Dong-un. Jung Sung definitely not going to have the power to get anywhere near the screen in 2, so has to accept the fact that she played this as a 3-shotter. Birdie putt for Ina at the 17th. Downhill putt that should work from left to right. There are a couple of members in that gallery who are living and dying with every putt that Yoon Ina hits. Unfortunately, doesn't get that one to go at the par 4. One hole left in her week here at High1 CC. Now, Chaeyoon back at the 15th tee.
거기 앞에 잠시만요. 뒤로 조금 와주세요. 네, 더 와주세요. 더. 뒤에서 볼게.
Well, certainly the longest hitter in this group is your championship leader. Must keep this up the left half of the fairway. Strays into the left rough and really nestles down. Gonna have to lay up from there, surely. Now the 2-time champion gonna come up short in her bid for a 3rd straight win at the High1 Resort Ladies Open, but a credible defense of her title. Han Jin-seon, 2nd shot into the last. What a solid shot it is. She's just coming off a birdie at the 17th. She's going to have that for around a 69 start at the week, so promisingly at 65, but just a slow couple of rounds on Friday and Saturday left her with too much work to do to seriously contend on Championship Sunday.
저요?
Look out towards those two left-hand traps in the distance for Jun Yi-sung.
일로 와. 여기로 떨어져. 여기 선수들 친 자리가 다 여기 있잖아. 여보. 일로 와.
Ji-yoon also just erring on the side of caution.
아니야.
아마도 건강거리가
좋은 자리야, 좋은 자리.
She's got the hybrid out. Chaeyoung too. He's trying to squeeze this one up the left-hand side of the fairway. Three good layups at the par 5. But still Ji-yoon one clear of Yi-sung and Chaeyoung. Yeah, come on Jin-sun, finish in style. Gradual right to lefter all the way to the cup for the two-time champ. Jo Hye Lim on 17. No, it's Lee Dong-eun on 17. Second shot to this left pin. Gonna get better and better. Lovely control from the 19-year-old rookie. She's been the queen at High1 CC for the last 2 years. It's not going to be a hat-trick of triumphs for Han, but a credible defense of her title. She'll end her week inside of the top 10. Pair of 70s on the weekend. A love affair with this great club. This great course will continue for many years to come, I have no doubt. So getting set to hit their third shots into the par 5 15. Jun Yi-sung first. See that whole cut in that little front right collection area, so easy to get this one close if you've got a handy number. Just carried it a little deep, unable to get that one to back off the slope for Jun Yi-sung. Chae-eun. Being this close to the green, just have to sort of feather it, pitch it short, play for a one hop and stop. You're not going to get enough spin to get this one kicking into reverse. So much feel from this distance. Just guessed wrong. From this side of the fairway, doesn't have to come over as much of that front right trap. There's her two playing partners. I expect this one within 10 feet though for Ko Ji-woo. She's just been that much better than her two chasers throughout this championship. Picked that nicely, should have a good amount of spin on it. Tosses out an anchor nicely, good shot. Second into the last for Yoon Ina. It's going to be with the hybrid. Fabulous shot. Play that little hold-off cut. Picked club and yardage well, and Yoon Ina will have the opportunity to post 16 under par. Lee Dong-eun for birdie to take it a 14 under. Well done. Very much looks like she's heading for a third top 5 finish this season. What a rookie campaign it's been thus far for this highly talented teenager. Now miscue with that third shot, splashing out of the sand for her fourth is Lee Chae-eun 2. Looks like that ball's rolled back up against the downslope, so this one's going to be coming in lower with a little less spin. Just going to plop this on that fringe and have it release. How costly is that mistake going to be come day's end for Lee? Well, she's very much had to play a patient game today, Jun Yi-sung. No really good birdie opportunities. It was a bit of a bonus, a birdie back at 12, but this is a reasonable chance to give Ko Ji-woo something to think about. She never gave it a chance. That's a bit disappointing.
전체적으로 조금 내리막. 나도 생각보다 안 보이는데.
So no one really making a run at GoGU.
내리막.
She's got an inkling of how this ball's going to react as it makes its way down towards the cup. This would give her a little two-shot cushion with 3 holes to play. Talked about it on the show yesterday. No lead is big enough for any professional golfer, but 2 sounds a whole lot better than just 1. In she goes. Her lead doubles. GoGU inching her way ever closer to the title. Just had a feeling, didn't you? Just had a feeling. Burned the edges a couple of times at this back 9. It's just a matter of time before one finally dropped. For a closing birdie and for a back 9 of 30. Just a little low. I think she knew it too. Still, don't let that take the shine off what's been a really solid day for Yun Ina. 67-67 on the weekend for her. Saving putt for Lee Chae-yun at 15. So a 2-shot swing in the favor of the leader. Perhaps a devastating blow for Lee Chae-yun's charge. Unfortunately, coming off a double bogey 5 at the 16th. Jihan Sol now back at 12 under par. Now Kim Soo-ji has been a little overshadowed by the birdie blitz of her playing partner Yun Ina. Would be for another year inside the top 10 at the end of the High1 Resorts Ladies Open. Good putt. Soo-ji until we actually began it at 71. To the final par 3 now. It's cut in the front right section. Goju would take anything on the dance floor with that 2-shot lead. Excellent. Got to swing for the fences now, Chen Yi-sung. This is no time to be shying away from the target. Got a feel for Cheon too. Bit of a gut punch there. All the wind's gone out of her sails. Trailing by 3. The flagstick yesterday. On this hole. Just tugs that one towards the back left of this green. Bang Shin Sil. Second shot into the home hole. Currently running just inside the top 10. It's a 4-iron. Look at this for Bang Shin Sil. It thought about it. Wonderful shot. Lee Dong-eun certainly going to expect some chase coming out of the second cut of rough. Same club in hand though. Gets a nice little kick off that slope and it's going to funnel back towards the middle of the green. Coaxing that one down the slope. Excellent bit of touch from Chen Yi-sung. It's a birdie she needs. Paz just won't cut it right now.
Okay.
Hansel just through the back of 17. This is a birdie putt. Great try. Statistically, from this sort of range, you are more likely to 3-putt it than 2-putt it. So, good speed control, absolutely important for Lee Chae-Eun too. This one's got to go. It's got to keep going. All right. Very nicely done. Currently a 1-shot buffer to Ina for 3rd place. Ina already done and dusted for the day. But still that challenging 18th hole to play. You wouldn't call this getting one hand on the trophy just yet, but it would certainly make her trek up the last 2 holes a lot easier. Lovely roll, but that's just going to be a simple tap in for par. 2 clear, 2 to go for Go Ji-Yu. Nice speed from Jung-eun. Looks like it's going to be a top 5 finish for her. 6-hole leader. Just didn't quite have her best yesterday with that 73. Par 4 17th, you start to work your way gently uphill towards this iconic clubhouse at High1 CC. Just got to dodge those 2 fairway bunkers, left and right. Reasonably wide fairway for a medium length hole. Expect a lot of short irons and wedges into this raised green. Pin today in a pretty friendly spot, back left of the green, although you do have to be careful playing to an elevated target. You do land it on a downslope about 15 feet short right of the hole. It will kick towards the back left of the green, as we saw Jihan Seoul's ball just do. Last chance saloon, you feel, for Johnny Yi-sung. Needs a birdie finish at minimum.
갤러리 자꾸 나오죠? 옆으로 좀 나와주시겠어요? 다. 핸드폰 진동 확인해주세요. 핸드폰.
Sticking with the guns, going with driver. There's Ko Ji-Yu.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
And the only real danger is that right-hand trap. Left-hand bunker easily covered. Even if you do pull your tee shot, you leak it out a little bit right. And that right bunker very much in play. Huge tee shot for Go Ji-yu. She's keeping her foot firmly on the gas pedal. Almost hit the flagstick with her second shot, but still a good 15 feet left for Bang Shin-sil's birdie at 18. No birdie for Bang, but a share of ninth with Kim Soo-ji and company. And past 72 to end the championship for Bang Shin-sil, who really would have wished that she made better progress on the weekend. Much better tempo on that swing for Lee Chae-eun too. Gets a bit of extra run on that. Two holes left to play for Ko Ji-yu and company at the 2024 High1 Resorts Ladies Open. Go enjoying a two-shot spread. Lee Jung-eun for a par and a solo 5th place finish. Led by one at the halfway stage. She'll no doubt learn from that difficult Saturday 73. She's going to be around in this position a lot more times in her career. You just know it. Nice week for Jung-eun.
힙색 좀 꺼내주세요.
Preferred lies in play for today's final round. Did have some precipitation overnight. So fairways just a little soft underfoot. Jun Mi-sung coming in from the good side of this fairway to try and get to this left pin. There's that downhill slope I was talking about. Shoots that ball off towards the back of the green. A bit unlucky, you have to say. Chae-eun 2 off a slight downslope, which isn't going to help holding this back portion of the green. Tough to get that ball elevated. Coming with a much shorter club though. And a similar result. Looks like Drew's on a bit of an upslope, which is definitely going to help get this one elevated and coming down nice and soft. She's got wedge. Counting for a bit of adrenaline, perhaps, because that's going to be a big one. Fine shot there. And just to hold the green. Can she hold her nerve? Seeking a second win in as many years.
실례하겠습니다. 다 멈춰주세요. 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 좀만 조용히 해주세요. 멈춰주세요. 좀만 조용히 해주세요.
Not too difficult of a chip shot for Jenny Sung. Even though that ball's sitting down a little bit, it's just going to come out with less spin and go tumbling on a little bit more. Gave it a great try. Difference between coming out of a sticky line, the rough, like Jenny Sung, and having a clean access to the back of the ball when you're playing out of the fringe, like Ichae and just means she can get a little bit more check on this one, so she can sort of land this a little bit further on the green than Jenny Sung did. Maybe take one or two hops, grab a little, and just softly release to the pin. It's a pretty makeable chip from this angle. just get the sense she's a little deflated, and understandably so, after that really unforced error on the 15th.
실례하겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
You don't need to be too aggressive pace-wise. This is going to be coming slightly downhill for Go Ji-yu. Just a simple 2-putt par will do just fine. A little tentative, but it's just about within comfortable range, if there is such a thing in the cauldron of Sunday pressure. To the final green. Sargent put together a nice round of golf yesterday, but stuck in neutral for much of this final round, and it looks like it's just going to be a 2-putt par to close out her week. Disappointing 73 to close out her championship just outside of the top 10. Here, Lim. For solo 6th. Oh, that's worth a pretty penny. Nice birdie to close for Jo Hye Lim. 2 under par 70 for her. Beg your pardon. 1 under par 71. Another nice week there for Jo. Sun for par. Remember that 2-shot swing we had on 18 yesterday? We know it's possible. That's another gutsy save. Jihan Sol. But for a share of 7th. Important week for her. Cash a nice check. Currently 73rd on the money list. Top 60 at the end of the season keep their cards. That's a bit of a rough finish there for Hansel. 2 over through 4, battled back nicely. But drops 3 shots in her last 3 holes for a 73.
스코어 잡히면 이 마운드에 올라가요.
Jae-eun. Should be nothing much left in this one. Starting to get expensive now. Because that bogey drops her back into a share of 3rd with Yoon Ina. Okay, no mistakes, rock solid for Go Ji-yu. As it was 24 hours ago, she leads by 2. With 1 to play. In fact, she led by 3 with 1 to play yesterday. 414-meter closing hole at High1 CC. The last hurdle for Gojiu to tackle. Is there one final twist in the tail this week, I wonder?
완전 편하게 쳐야 돼. 키 있어? 응? 2쿨 넣었다. 대밥 한 번.
아이 돼요.
괜찮아? 움직이지 말아주세요.
Sticking with that 3-wood. Pretty much everyone in the field just has to try and keep it short of that penalty area. Cuts this hole into 2 sections. Okay, perfect for Gojiu. The pin is in a much easier spot to get close to than it was yesterday at the front of the green. Still got to hit the fairway though. That's exactly what Chen Yi-sung has done, and she's going to be hitting first into the green. So we'll have the chance to apply maybe a little bit of pressure on her 21-year-old counterpart. Back in a share of 3rd now after that second bogey of the back 9. And Lucky takes a big hop through the fairway, and that doesn't look like a very pleasant lie for the struggling Lee Chae-yun too. It is very much the Gojiu show as we make our way up the 72nd hole this week at High1 CC.
그래서 약간 챔피언즈여가지고 더 그러는 거 같아.
아들의 멘트.
맞아.
Sung. Last throw of the dice here. It's got to be something special. Get it swing. That's a nice kick forward, but is it carrying too much speed? Just through the back. GU knows a par will do it for her. Land at the front third of this green. Definitely release onto the back. Threw it all the way back. That's excellent for Go GU. She knows she's pretty much done enough to secure a second title. Play for here. So Lee Chae-yeon 2 birdie, as unlikely as it would be from this lie, gets a third place on her own. Par keeps her locked with Yoon Ina. She can even afford to land this short of the green. With the amount of spin or lack thereof that she'll have from this lie. Well out wide. That's no gimme up and down.
하이원 리조트 여자분 2024 파이널 라운드 챔피언조 선수 소개가 있겠습니다. 먼저 안강건설의 전예성 선수입니다. 이어서 삼천리 소속의 고지우 선수입니다. 네, 마지막으로 메디인의 이채은표 선수입니다.
For Lee Chae-yeon 2, I think she's worked out that's a landing spot there, and it's going to be in a downslope, so we'll have to play this one with quite a decent amount of loft, just to have it come down softly, because you play this at normal trajectory, and pitching on that gradient, it's just going to have too hot of a bounce and go scooting off. In the use the option to play a sort of normal stock shot, pitch it in the fringe where her caddy's standing right now. It's just a question of whatever she feels most comfortable with. The lie doesn't look too bad. Getting a lot of money playing for here. Share of third, a lot better than solo fourth. See her just working, trying to make sure she releases that right hand through. You don't want to get the handle of the club dragging, de-lofting it. Just makes that ball come out lower. Release that club head underneath the ball. And again, see that first bounce of the downslope. Unable to get any sort of stoppage or control on that. So lengthy par putt for a top 3 finish. She was only 1 shot back, standing on the 15th tee. If that one doesn't go, she could finish the day 5 back. In a span of what, 4 holes? Jenny Sung play that low little scud and run like she did on 17. Oh, it's just come out slow on her. It's trying to make it there. A valiant effort. And she is going to come up just short in her bid for the crown this week. Excellent tournament though for Jenny Sung. Bogey 3, final round of 70 for her. Take a lot of confidence in the second half of the season with this fine performance. With Jenny Sung in at 17 under, Go Ji-yu will know that mathematically she's got 3 putts for it from here. Best stroke play finish of the year came just 2 weeks ago. She's going to take a second title home from her visit to High1 CC. That'll do. That will do nicely. Par putt. Cheon 2. Great save. Good up and down there. And really with the way she played this week, she deserved nothing worse than a top 3 finish. It's her championship at 15 under par. moment Ko Ji-yu and her fans have waited for since her breakthrough triumph at the Yongpyong Resort in 2023. It's a second title for Ko Ji-yu. A stunning performance, bogey-free final round. The waterworks will start. Terrific golf from start to finish. Ko Ji-yu, a winner once again on the KLPGA Tour.
내가 든데 잡아요. 펼쳐.
네, 잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 잠시 후 우승자 인터뷰를 끝내는 대로 이곳에서 시상식을 진행할 예정입니다. 갤러리 여러분께서는 잠시만 함께해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Bask in the adulation of her friends and colleagues. Put pen to paper, scribble her name next to that closing round of 69. The only player this week to card 4 rounds in the 60s. With highlights and the prize presentation in a couple of moments' time. Stick around here at High1 CC for the conclusion of our coverage this week on the KLPGA Tour.
자기가 해가지고 좀 벗고 있어. 바로 들어가. 시상식 준비 들어가는 거 아니야? 손까지 나와. 승부야.
네, 네. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 일단 우승해서 너무 기쁘고 마지막 홀까지 긴장을 계속 하고 플레이에 임했는데 결국 버티다 보니까 우승을 할 수 있게 된 것 같아요. 네. 일단 전체적으로 제가 컨디션이 좋았고요. 그래서 큰 실수를 하지 않았어요. 그리고 티샷도 좋아지고 아이언 퍼팅 전부 다 제가 자신 있게 플레이를 이번 주 내내 했어요. 그리고 현장까지 저희 삼천리 이만득 회장님이랑 임직원분들께서 같이 응원해 주셨거든요. 그래서 정말 큰 힘이 되었어요. 감사합니다. 네. 네. 제가 첫 우승할 때는 정말 제가 생각지도 못하게 운도 좋고 그래서 우승을 할 수 있었다고 생각하고 그 이후로는 제가 정말 안 풀렸어요. 그래서 두 번째 우승을 하려면 정말 많은 노력을 해야겠구나 하면서 했는데 그동안 힘들었던 그런 생각들도 들고 정말 간절했어서 제가 지금 좀 눈물이 나는 것 같아요. 네. 제가 너무 떨려서 어제 잠도 잘 못 잤거든요. 네, 거의 밤을 새고 나왔어요. 그만큼 생각을 많이 했는데 제가 많이 한 생각이 진짜 내 골프하고 매일 하는 골프처럼 평소처럼 하자. 이런 계속 이렇게 마인드 컨트롤을 하고 즐기자 그냥 잘하려고 하지 말고 내가 할 수 있는 것만 하자. 그랬던 게 잘 된 것 같아요. 네. 네. 저에겐 큰 꿈이지만 메이저 우승을 목표로 열심히 하려고요. 저에게는 큰 꿈이지만 메이저 대회 우승을 목표로 생각하고 있어요. 네. 아니, 괜찮아요. 네. 네. 일단 저희 엄마 아빠 지원이 필요한 너무 감사하고 고맙고 그다음 저희 삼천리 가족분들 정말 감사합니다. 제가 정말 열심히 할 수 있게 도와주시고 덕분에 이렇게까지 할 수 있었어요. 그리고 권기택 감독님도 정말 감사합니다. 저희 캐디 오빠 저희 재곤이 오빠도 너무 감사해요. 네. 네. 감사합니다.
Obviously very emotional Go GU there. So much sacrifice from her parents to give her the opportunity to do this professionally. Just really a special day for the Go family as we look back on some of the highlights from Championship Sunday here at High1 CC. And we'll start with Go GU beginning her round as she did yesterday. Big tee shot at the opening hole and a very nicely played little pitch from the front of the green to set up a birdie, which gave her a 2-shot cushion. It would certainly herald things to come. But the third, after a couple of opening pars, it was Lee Chae-eun 2's turn to dance one around the target. A surprising 33 followed. Then at 4, Chen Yi-sung would join the party with a birdie of her own to trim into that Go GU lead. And then at the 5th, Lee Chae-eun 2 get herself up to 15 under par. As we made the turn, Yoon Ina would start to turn on the style. Turned an even par, did Ina. But then, birdie here at 10. Crept ever closer. But she knew she needed something truly special. And At the early stages of the back nine, she was delivering that. This, a birdie at 11. While that was going on, Ko Ji-yu was bookending her front nine with birdies at 1 and at 9 to restore her advantage to 2 shots over Jun Yi-sung. Chaeun too would also find a birdie. She turned 1 shot better than Ko Ji-yu, so 2 pursuers now, 2 back. And then further up the back nine, Yoon Ina would make it a hat trick of birdies. With that at 12. She had another at the par 3 14th. Chaeun throw a dart into this back left pin at the par 5 11th. The resulting birdie taking her within 1 of Ko Ji-yu. At 12, Jun Yi-sung. She would creep ever closer with a bit of a bonus here, putting from the top level. And then at 15, Ina would go on the attack again. Laid it up on the par 5, but it wouldn't matter not. It'd be a 5th birdie in a 6-hole run that took Yoon Ina to within 3 shots of the 21-year-old leader. At the 18th, this was really the last chance saloon for Jun Yi-sung. String of pars in the back nine. This one needed to go to put any sort of pressure on Ji-yu. Close but no cigar. A runner-up finish for Jun Yi-sung. It was the day of the 21-year-old Ko Ji-yu, who enters the winner's circle for a 2nd time in her career, our champion here at the High1 Resorts Ladies Open.
기부금을 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 따뜻한 박수 한번 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 오늘 전달된 기부금이 태경 지역 스포츠 꽃남들에게 잘 전달돼서 그 꽃남들이 또 나중에 하이원 리조트 여정에서 활약하는 모습을 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 두 분 모두 고생 많으셨습니다. 자, 이어서 홀인원 시상으로 넘어가 보겠습니다. 이번 대회 홀인원이 총 4군데 준비가 되어 있었는데요. 6번 홀에서는 신동아 골프 다이아몬드 1캐럿, 8번 홀에서는 베이골프 아이언 세트, 14번 홀에서는 덕시아나 침대, 그리고 16번 홀에서는 BMW 520i 차량이 준비가 되어 있었습니다. 정말 다양하고 푸짐한 경품을 내 파스리어에 걸어서 그런지 이번 대회에서 무려 2번의 홀인원이 발생했습니다. 여러분 큰 박수 한번 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 저도 이렇게 2번의 홀인원이 발생한 대회를 오랜만에 보는 것 같은데요. 먼저 첫 번째 홀인원 시상 진행해 보겠습니다. 6번 홀 신동아 골프 다이아몬드 1캐럿을 와우 매니지먼트 그룹의 장상진 대표이사님께서 시상해 주시겠습니다. 여러분 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 그럼 첫 번째 홀인원 주인공을 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 3라운드 6번 홀에서 홀인원을 기록한 이동훈 프로 축하드립니다. 네, 오늘 6번 홀 신동아 골프 다이아몬드 1캐럿이 걸려있었던 홀에서 이동훈 프로가 위원님께서 시상을 도와주시겠습니다. 자, 그럼 두 번째 홀인원을 기록한 행운의 주인공 바로 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 2라운드 16번 홀에서 홀인원을 기록한 이승현 프로 축하드립니다. 네, 이승현 프로는 16번 홀 자동차를 걸린 홀에서 행운의 홀인원의 주인공이 됐는데요. 또 어머니께 상을 드린다고 인터뷰를 한 걸 봤는데 다시 한번 진심으로 축하드립니다. 기념 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
자, 앞에 보세요. 감사합니다.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 홀인원의 주인공이 된 이승현 프로에게 축하의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 그럼 이제 대망의 하이원 리조트 여자오픈 2024 대망의 우승자 시상을 진행하겠습니다. 하이원 리조트 여자오픈 2024 영예 주인공은 4라운드 19원전파 토탈 269타를 기록한 고지우 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 여러분 아낌없는 박수로 주인공인 고지우 프로에게 축하의 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 하이언즈 여자오픈 2024 우승자에게는 오늘 우승자 킥과 꽃다발, 트로피, 우승 상금 2억 8천만 원이 수여되고 부상으로는 크랭크 주얼리 세트가 수여되겠습니다. 먼저 KLPGA 김순희 수석부회장님께서 우승 자켓과 꽃다발을 먼저 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 고지우프로 정말 강원도에서 좋은 기운을 받아 또 이번에 강원도에서 우승을 차지했는데요. 이번 주 진심으로 축하드리고요. 우승 자켓 너무 잘 어울리네요. 자, 꽃다발도 함께 안겨주시겠습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 축하 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 이어서 강원랜드 최철규 대표이사 직무대행님께서 우승 트로피를 시상해 주시겠습니다. 네, 여러분 우승 트로피가 전달될 때도 뜨거운 축하 박수 한번 더 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 고지우프로 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 자, 다시 한번 강원랜드 최철규 대표이사 직무대행님께서 우승 상금을 시상해 주시겠습니다. 2억 8천만 원의 우승 상금의 주인공이 된 고지우 선수 다시 한번 축하드립니다.
We've enjoyed your company once again on the KLPGA Tour and look forward to more of the same in a couple of weeks' time. Have a lovely Sunday ahead, everyone. Congratulations, Go GU, and we'll see you soon on the KLPGA Tour. Bye-bye for now.